Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Envoy with me, Bring It Down. Let's return to Free Phoenicia, turn in this quest, and do a little crafting.
Gotcha.
Alright, nothing new there.
Our heroes of the day. It's a pleasure to see you.
I wish I could say the feeling's mutual, but this last mission did leave a bit of a sour taste.
I'm not sure I understand.
It's hard to do your job when you're constantly kept in the dark.
Yeah. Solid intel would surely make our task easier. I thought we'd earn your trust already. Instead, you sent us to guard some shady lab with no information about it whatsoever. This conspiracy of silence doesn't really paint a good picture.
Listen. The Empire values your services, but we can't just...
No, they're right. Listen, the facility you were sent to has served its purpose and is now getting closed. Let's leave this in the past, shall we? From now on, we'll make sure you get some better dossiers. All right?
Agreed. Do you have any other things you might need us for?
Not at the moment, no. A word of advice, so take it as a token of goodwill. The Merchants Guild people have been asking about you. You know what they say. You'd best be prepared to answer their questions when they come knocking.
That doesn't sound good. Thank you, we'll keep that in mind.
Alright, and we leveled up. Also just noticed there's a Imperial Quartermaster over here now. Alright, so here's all the Imperial heavy equipment. I'm gonna buy all of this. And Punisher. Reflects 50% of skill damage dealt to the wearer back to the attacker.
Sure, why not?
Sounds interesting.
Let's talk to the suspicious trader.
Hello, good people! You're just in time for an opportunity of a lifetime.
Whatever it is you're selling, we're not buying.
I wouldn't dare try to scam you, good sir. In fact, I'm here to hire you on behalf of the Merchants Guild.
The Merchants Guild. What do we do to draw the attention of the city's sovereigns?
Enough to have us following your career with great curiosity. You keep some interesting company.
Hey, it's all above board. We've got our licenses right here.
Your license is issued by the Merchants Guild that can be revoked at any moment, along with your citizenship.
What is this, blackmail? Are you trying to extort us?
Not at all, I assure you. I just wanted you to see the full picture before we begin negotiations.
That's what you call negotiating around these parts? Go on then. Say your piece.
We do not expect any gifts or favors. You'll be fairly compensated for your work. As for the job itself, we found out that some of our suppliers have been going missing. Just enough to still be within the margin of error.
What kind of supplies are we talking about?
Mostly food and medicine, rations we stockpiled to deal with an influx of war refugees. These resources were meant for city hospitals and shelters. To put it bluntly, people will start dying if we can't get them back.
Can't you just buy more? I find it hard to believe that the bottomless coffers of the Merchants Guild can't afford a few more bandages.
Resupplying on such a scale takes more time than we can spare. More importantly, we need to set an example and prevent such exploits from happening again. We already know who did it and discovered their approximate location. All you need to do is deliver swift justice and recover as much of the resources as possible.
Why us? I'm sure your famed agents are more than capable of dealing with this on their own.
Let's just say it's a delicate matter, and we wouldn't want personal connections to affect the task. But we also value the discretion you displayed when dealing with the recent bomb threat. I truly hope it becomes the beginning of a long and fruitful partnership.
It doesn't sound like you're giving us a lot of choice on that matter. Fine, we'll do it.
Fantastic. Here's all the job details you may need. When it's done, meet me in the marketplace.
Alright, let's talk to Leon real quick.
Ah, there you are. Just the dynamic duo I was looking for.
Please never address us like that again.
What do you need?
Someone's stealing from me. Ballsy, isn't it? I think so too.
Leon, that's terrible news. Maybe we can trace the thieves. What is it exactly that was stolen?
Nothing but junk. That's what worries me, actually. There's a fair share of valuable tech in my workshop, but the culprit only took some half-baked prototypes and a few schematics. It's obvious they're no common thief. I asked Cestia for help, but she couldn't track them, meaning they aren't from the Free City. Luckily, that friend of yours, wonderful and resourceful as she is, offered her services.
Our friend? You must be talking about Hallis, right?
Yes, exactly her. Though it cost me an arm and leg, she managed to provide me with a lead that I'd like to check. The only thing I'm missing is some company. What do you say about taking a little detour?
Sure, we'll try to find a spare moment.
Great. Amazing even. I'll leave you all the maps Hallis passed on to me.
I was gonna craft some equipment for Malachi, but since we're gonna do Leon's quest soon, let's go ahead and craft for him instead. We're not going to swap out those boots. Let's do research first. So reconnaissance. The characters gain invisibility 30 seconds at the start of each quest. Shelter 2. Usable once per combat. Creates a cover in the target location near one of your characters for 60 seconds. Every 4 seconds, the cover pushes away nearby enemies. Units using this cover gain plus 10% critical chance and plus 50% critical damage. And weapon training. That's a permanent bonus for all characters, attack speed plus 15%. Before we do that, let's craft. So I want skill power for Leon. So I think the Ancient Staff is a little odd for Leon, but if we look at it as more of a control rod and less a staff, I think we can justify the thematic. So we want skill power, of course. Yeah, we'll go with that. Trying to find armor that gives skill power. I know the medium elven does. I didn't look at the base stats up here. So I guess we don't get this since we didn't side with the League. Like I said, Elven it is.
Sure.
Maybe I shouldn't craft his accessories yet. He should get his unique item on this next mission. And we don't know what that's going to be yet. Also, we craft that for him. Alright, Ancient Plate Helm, we'll grab that. They also sell Flame Heart. Elemental Resistance plus 5%, Tenacity plus 10%, and Heart of Fire. Cast a Firebolt at a nearby enemy every 3 seconds, dealing 20 burn fire damage, and applying burn for 3 seconds. Oh, we need more of these.
Sure, why not?
It's most of our money. Alright, we can level up, and I believe we are the appropriate level for the next challenge. Yeah, 16. Alright, let's level up first, then we'll knock out this next challenge. So, attributes, more might on Malachi. And we'll max out Thunderstorm. Kayla will max out Arcane Backup, so an extra. Does she not get skill points? Alright, well, points into speed, I guess. I definitely didn't assign her skill points, so I don't think she got skill points. Alright, Mastery for Benedict. Can't max out any of his stuff. I could do away with Healing Pulse since we haven't really needed it with these two skills. So maybe I put points into defensive stance instead. Put that down here. We'll try that out. Alright, for Cestia. Mastery, so she gets the critical damage. And we'll max out Singular Focus. Leon, more speed. We have a couple options down here. We do Wild Djinn or... Oh no, sorry, the upgrades are Storm Djinn or Flame Djinn. We're gonna go with Storm Djinn, of course, but the Flame Djinn costs 2 summon points, summons a Djinn for 25 seconds. Ranged unit has a Fireball ability. When destroyed, rushes towards the closest enemy and explodes, stunning them. Damage scales the summoner's skill power. And the Storm Djinn costs 2 summon points, summons a Djinn for 25 seconds. Ranged unit grants a summoner plus 10% skill power and plus 2 HP regen. Has a Chain Lightning ability. Damage scales the summoner's skill power. So 2 points into that. Vaso, more endurance. I'll max out defensive stance. Tet. Mastery, and we'll max out priority target. So an extra 3% chance to inflict marked, an extra 15% weapon damage, 15% critical damage, and 10% armor penetration. Alright, Cranite troops. Stave off an attack of empowered Cranites whose weapon damage and attack speed have been increased. You can rely on your increased movement speed within the challenge. Party members 4, enemy waves 3, and we'll get Fishermaker. Has cleave damage plus 60%. And has sudden impact. Emits a powerful energy blast around the caster, inflicting shaken for 20 seconds and stun for 3 seconds on enemies within 10 meters. And 3,000 gold. Which is great because we just spent all of our money. We'll take Leon out, since we did just give a bunch of equipment. So.
Sounds about right.
What's that?
Speak.
Yes?
Why can't I move?
Oh yeah?
Uh-oh.
Be careful, enemies up ahead.
Yes.
Your orders?
Alright, get in there, guys. That is all of his summon points. I can summon the Storm Djinn as well. Ton of Storm Djinn and our Automaton. Huh. Didn't realize he was getting attacked.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
What's the plan? What do you propose?
Alright, let's get behind cover just in case. Oh yeah, I should have this guy up.
Your order? Done it.
I want to know where we're going.
Not gonna lie, that was a little scary.
We don't have all day.
Thought I had his boots and I didn't mean to. Yeah, so an extra 40% skill power is better than that. Has to ramp up, of course, but it's still a really good effect. Alright, good job, team. No side areas? Just the main quest and Leon's quest. So do Leon's first, of course. A desolate facility. There are no maps of the marshes. There's no telling what you'll find there once you stroll off the beaten path.
A secret facility in the middle of nowhere. It appears Hollis's intel was correct.
I always wonder where she gets it from. Her agents sure are dependable.
Say, Leon, if you don't mind me asking, what's so important about those stolen prototypes? It must have cost you more to find this place than it would to reproduce them.
Money is of no concern. What worries me is that my messy, unfinished work is utterly useless. Unless, of course, someone found a way to mold it into their own. And that I simply cannot abide.
I see. Well, according to Hollis's intel, the thief must be somewhere around here. Let's take a look around.
So I'm guessing Hollis is associated with the Claw somehow. Alright, well, I'm gonna call it here, and next time we'll knock out Leon's quest. Stolen ideas, stolen ideals, and go from there. But for now, thanks for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next one.